Alright, welcome to my movie review on Vice 2018. I mean, I know I didn't saw this last year, but I couldn't have time, but... So Vice is the story about Dick Cheney, of the vice president, of him becoming like the CEO. And this stars Kristen Bale, Steve Carell, Amy Adams, Sam Rockwell. I am so sorry about. All right. So this stars, like I said, this stars Kristen Bale, Amy Adams, Sam Rockwell, Steve Carell, and this is the story about with Dick Cheney as vice president or the CEO, and he was trying to become the vice president, like protect the president or something, and be like helping out and be like a good thinker, like think something like that, and this is like tells him about like how before how he used to be a scumbag, how he used to be like a drunk guy and like gets arrested and gets himself together and becomes the president, and had and stuff before 9/11 happened, of him like the whole military taking down the terrorist, and that's the whole thing I know. So my thing, to be honest, about Vice, this movie is pretty good, but I would probably tell this that Kristen Bale had like the best performance they ever made, and same for Amy Adams. I mean, they had a pretty good cast. So I forgot to tell you, Tyler Perry's also in there. You know, the guy who played Medea. If you were thinking that's him, you'll see how the credits are. All right, and this tells a story about like how. Well, I already told how the story is. So my thoughts on Vice. Kristen Bale, Steve Carell, Sam Rockwell, and Amy Adams had like a very great performance and very amazing makeup and hairstyling on them. Like to see like how Kristen Bale had to be as Dick Cheney. Like Kristen Bale was like really great as Dick Cheney. Like he's like, well, George, I'm the CEO, so well, I believe this could work. And Steve Carell was like played as like a character that my mother felt bad about, and she was like thinking that he was not in there a lot, and but I felt Steve Carell did pretty well. And this was also directed by Anna McKay, and he did like amazing while directing. And the thing is that the thing about with Vice, like when you watch these violent scenes, it makes you feel like they're real, like it's like virtual reality or something. Like it's like like the violence are real, like you saw like real blood or fake stuff everywhere. And I felt like there was like a few scenes that were a little bit boring. The story was pretty actually great. Like they had like a pretty great story. And like usually like with the whole cinematography, like they had like a few camera shots, shoots from like the side of like the angles. Like if you think it's like the Michael Bay style, no, Michael Bay didn't direct this. Like if he directed this, then it would be like a very bad film. Like no, 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 no. I mean, the movie's not terrible. Vice is not terrible. No, it's not terrible. Vice is not terrible. But and I just felt, from my opinion, they had a few scenes that were a little bit boring, but when they had some others that were like a little bit step up entertaining, and and probably pretty good directings, but with the cinematography, like keep shooting from the ceilings, the angle of like the angle shootings of seeing Dick Cheney like keep being like this, like sitting like this way and being like, uh, maybe this could work or something like that. Like this would be my Dick Cheney voice. I believe we can make this thing work. And we could probably have to stop 9/11. So either you do is shot anything that's flying vehicles if it was a threat. And I would still think there was like some good action parts, but the movie wasn't really action. It was just more drama. Like if you were thinking it's like 12 Strong, this could take like the same place during the 12 Strong war. I mean, if you ever seen my review, but the directing was pretty great. I mean, Adam McKay did all right. The cinematography was decent. The visual effects were fine, and the soundtracks meh. So I really got nothing else to say, but the characters were you might be forgetting the characters, and the story was actually pretty great, pretty alright. So I would just say about this movie, I liked it, but the only things that are, you feel like a few of these violent scenes that feel like they're real, and they've also known like a few of these scenes are a little bit boring, and a few of the director had to like film. I feel like the cinematography was like the camera filmed shots from the ceiling or the bottom, but it was like a few of them, and that would probably be it. But so that is all I got. I'm gonna give Vice a 7 out of 10 and a B plus. I think this movie was likable, enjoyment, but I'll probably not buy this on Blu-ray or DVD. But the movie's pretty good. I mean, Christian Bale, since I believe he got nominated at the Golden Globes, but maybe he could win or maybe he can't. All right, but that is all I got, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.